Before you scroll away, before you convince yourself that this message is for someone else, listen carefully. There are moments in life when everything changes. Not slowly, not gradually, not in ways that make sense, but suddenly, like a door opening in a wall that was never supposed to move. Like light breaking through a sky that looked permanently dark. Like a breakthrough arriving after a season of endless waiting. And if you found this message, if something inside you felt pulled here, then perhaps your heart needed to hear these words today. Because what you have been experiencing lately is not random. The confusion, the isolation, the unanswered questions, the heartbreak, the delays, the strange feeling that your life is being separated from everyone else's. Many people experience seasons like these and wonder if they are falling behind. They wonder if they missed their opportunity. They wonder if they have been forgotten. But hear this clearly. Just because you cannot see the purpose yet does not mean there is no purpose. Some people are losing things because life is pulling them apart. Others are losing things because room is being made for something new. There is a difference, and many of you listening have spent years asking the same question. Why has this journey been so difficult? Why did people betray you? Why did opportunities disappear? Why did doors close when you expected them to open? Why did people misunderstand your heart? Why did it seem like everyone else was moving forward while you remained stuck? Listen carefully. What if the delay carried a lesson? What if the silence carried preparation? What if the isolation carried growth? What if something valuable was being built inside you? During the seasons, nobody else understood. Because the truth is, some destinies require separation. Some callings require patience. Some victories require battles nobody else can see. And maybe the reason your path has looked different is because your purpose is different. You have cried tears nobody knows about. You have carried burdens in silence. You smiled when your heart was breaking. You kept living when nothing around you made sense. And somehow, even after everything, you are still here, still standing, still praying, still hoping, still believing. That matters more than you know, because strength is not proven when everything goes right. Strength is revealed when everything goes wrong and you refuse to quit. And perhaps that is why this season feels so strange, because something is shifting, something is changing, something is moving beneath the surface. Not everyone can see it, not everyone can understand it, but you can feel it deep inside. A stirring and awakening, a sense that the chapter you have been living is coming to an end. And another chapter is beginning, one you never imagined, one you never expected, one that may eventually make the pain make sense. Listen carefully. One of the greatest mistakes people make is believing that hidden seasons mean forgotten seasons. But they are not the same. Just because you feel unseen does not mean you are abandoned. Just because you feel delayed does not mean you are denied. There are seasons when growth happens publicly, and there are seasons when growth happens privately. Most people celebrate the public season. Few understand the private one, because private seasons are uncomfortable. They are quiet, painful, confusing. You pray, and nothing seems to happen. You wait, and nothing changes. You hope, and the situation remains the same. Day after day, week after week, year after year. Eventually, discouragement begins whispering, "Nothing is happening. Nothing is changing. Nothing will ever be different." But hear this clearly. Silence does not always mean absence. Just because you cannot see movement does not mean movement is not happening. Think about a seed. When it is planted in the ground, it disappears. Everyone looking from the outside thinks nothing is happening. But underneath, the soil roots are growing, foundations are forming, preparation is taking place, and one day, what was hidden becomes visible. People call it sudden, but it was never sudden. It was developing in secret. The same can be true in life. Many people spend years in hidden preparation, years learning lessons nobody sees, years surviving storms nobody understands, years carrying burdens nobody else can carry for them. And because nobody applauds their endurance, they start questioning whether it matters. But it matters. Every tear matters. Every prayer matters. Every lonely night matters. Every moment you choose faith over surrender matters. Every time you get back up matters. Every time you choose forgiveness over bitterness matters. Nothing is wasted. Nothing. Listen carefully. The world often celebrates visibility, but character is usually built away from the spotlight. Patience is built in waiting. Wisdom is built through experience. Endurance is built through challenge. And strength is often built in seasons nobody else understands. That is why some difficult seasons feel so heavy. Not because you are being buried, but because growth often happens underground before it becomes visible. Hear this clearly. Some people who left your life were only meant for a particular season. Some closed doors protected you from paths that were not right for you. Some disappointments redirected you toward something better. Some heartbreaks taught lessons that comfort never could. You thought everything was falling apart, but sometimes things fall apart, so better things can come together. And yes, that can be difficult to understand while you're hurting. It can be difficult to understand while you're waiting. It can be difficult to understand while you're searching for answers. But faith is not only believing when everything makes sense. Faith is continuing to move forward even when it doesn't. Listen carefully. There is something many people never understand. Not everyone is meant to go where you are going. Not everyone is assigned to your future. And that is why some departures hurt so deeply. You expected loyalty, you expected understanding, you expected support. But instead, you experienced betrayal, distance, rejection, silence, and moments that left scars on your heart. For a long time, you wondered why. Why did people change? Why did relationships suddenly feel different? Why did support turn into opposition? Why did understanding become misunderstanding? Hear this clearly. Not every separation is a loss. Some separations create room for growth. Some endings become beginnings. Some departures become redirections. Because there are people who can walk with you through one season, but cannot walk with you through the next. And when life begins preparing you for something new, your environment often changes first. Conversations feel different. Friendships feel different. Priorities feel different. Even the things you once enjoyed begin losing their grip on you. This can feel lonely, very lonely, because growth often creates distance, not because you think you're better than anyone, but because you are changing. Your vision is changing. Your focus is changing. Your values are changing. And whenever transformation begins, separation often follows. The lonely road is one of the hardest parts of becoming who you are meant to be. People celebrate victories. People celebrate breakthroughs. But few talk about the road that comes before them. The nights when nobody understands you. The moments when you question everything. The seasons when it feels like you're walking alone. Those moments are real. And they hurt. But they are not meaningless because isolation often becomes a classroom. A place where wisdom grows. A place where resilience develops. A place where faith becomes personal. There are lessons you can only learn in silence. There are truths you can only hear when distractions are removed. There are strengths that only appear when nobody else is around to carry you. And many of you have been learning those lessons. You discovered strength you never knew you had. You survived things you once believed would destroy you. You endured storms you never expected. And somehow, you're still standing, still moving, still believing. That is evidence of growth. That is evidence of resilience. That is evidence of a spirit that refuses to surrender. Listen carefully. The battle is not only external, it is internal. The battle between fear and faith. The battle between hope and despair. The battle between giving up and pressing forward. And every day you choose courage. Every day you choose hope. Every day you choose to keep going. You win another piece of that battle. You may not see it immediately, but transformation is happening slowly, quietly, powerfully. Like dawn approaching after a long night, the darkness does not disappear instantly. It fades gradually until one day the sun is fully visible and everything changes. You may be closer than you realize, closer than you think, closer than you've ever been. Not because life suddenly became easy, but because you have become stronger. Think about everything you've endured, the disappointments, the delays, the unanswered questions, the heartbreak, the losses, the confusion. Now think about something else. You're still here, still breathing, still believing, still hoping, still moving forward. That means the story isn't over. That means the struggle didn't finish you. That means there are pages left to be written, because pain is not the conclusion of your story. Growth is. Purpose is. Transformation is. Victory is. Hear this clearly. You are not defined by what happened to you. You are defined by what you became through it. The betrayal didn't define you. The rejection didn't define you. The disappointment didn't define you. The failure didn't define you. Those things affected you. They challenged you. But they do not get the final word because your future is bigger than your pain. Your purpose is bigger than your setback. And that is why you must keep going, even when you feel tired, even when you feel discouraged, even when answers seem distant. Keep going, one step at a time. One day at a time, one prayer at a time, because remarkable things often begin quietly. Before visible change appears, preparation often takes place beneath the surface. Before a harvest appears, roots grow deeper. Before sunrise arrives, the sky is darkest. And before major transformation becomes obvious, development happens in hidden places. You have walked through those hidden places. You have endured those difficult seasons. You have traveled those lonely roads. Now don't stop. Not now. Not this close. Because what you've learned matters. What you've survived matters. What you've become matters. There will come a day when the pain that confused you becomes part of the wisdom that guides you. The heartbreak that wounded you becomes part of the compassion you show others. The challenges that tested you become proof of your resilience. And when that day comes, you will realize how much you've grown, not because the road was easy, but because you kept moving despite the difficulty. Not because you never struggled, but because you refused to stay down. Not because life was simple, but because your determination became stronger than the obstacles. Listen carefully. If you've heard this message today, take a moment and remember how far you've already come. Remember the battles you've survived. Remember the storms you've endured. But before you leave, hear this clearly. The fact that you're still listening is not a coincidence. Out of all the videos you could have watched today, out of all the voices competing for your attention, you are here. And maybe that is because your spirit recognizes something your mind is still trying to understand. Maybe the season you've been calling a setback is actually preparation. Maybe the silence you've been fearing is building a strength that cannot be developed any other way. Maybe the battle you've been fighting is proof that your story still matters. Listen carefully. Do not quit in a season that was never meant to break you. Do not walk away when you may be closer than you've ever been. The breakthrough you are praying for could be forming in ways you cannot yet see. The healing could be happening right now. The transformation could already be underway. So tonight, choose faith over fear. Choose hope over doubt. Choose perseverance over surrender. And when the world tells you nothing is changing, remember this. Some of the greatest miracles begin in places where nobody can see them. Hold on. Keep believing. Your story is still being written, and the next chapter may change everything. Remember the moments you thought you wouldn't make it through, and yet here you are, still standing, still believing, still moving forward. That is evidence of strength, evidence of growth, evidence that your story is still unfolding. Keep your faith. Keep your hope. Keep your eyes forward, because every step matters. Every prayer matters. Every act of courage matters. You may not have all the answers. You may not see the full picture. But you don't need to see the entire road to take the next step. Trust the process. Trust the growth. Trust that your life still holds purpose. And above all, keep believing, because some of the most beautiful chapters begin after the hardest seasons. If this message spoke to your heart today, type "chosen" in the comments below. Let it be a declaration of faith, a declaration of perseverance, a declaration that you refuse to give up. And remember this, your story is not over. Your purpose is not finished. Your best chapter may still be ahead of you. Keep going, keep believing, keep trusting. And never forget, even in the silence, even in the waiting, even in the struggle, you are growing. You are becoming stronger, and your journey still matters. Stay encouraged, stay faithful, and keep moving forward. If this message has touched your heart today, do not leave without taking action. Type the word "chosen" in the comments below as a powerful declaration that you are stepping into your divine purpose. Let your comment be a seed of faith that encourages others who are watching this same video right now. If these words have given you strength, hit the like button and share this message with someone who needs to hear that their waiting is not wasted. Your share might be the very lifeline that helps them keep believing for one more day. Remember that you were not brought to this message by chance. You are here because God is reminding you that your story is still unfolding. The delays, the isolation, and the hidden seasons were never meant to break you. They were meant to prepare you for what is coming next. So do not give up now. Not when you are closer than you have ever been. Keep holding on. Keep praying. Keep trusting. Your breakthrough is already on the way. And when it arrives, it will make every moment of waiting worth it. Stay encouraged, stay faithful, and keep moving forward with hope in your heart.